Hello, 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 everyone. Welcome back to another video. All right, let's see what we got for you right now. We got for you a nice looking car. Let me put this video a little bit down. There he goes. A little more. There he goes. We got for you a gorgeous looking 143 scale 2001 Toyota BB. Or as how we know this model in other parts of the world, like in the States, Cyan BB. But now this is a model that I wasn't sure about if it really existed or not, but it did, and I was a little surprised because this is actually uh is I'm familiar with the Cyan or the Toyota BB like this one, but not as a little like how can you call this a pickup? Um, I think they call them coupe, coupe utility. That's how they call it. And this model specifically, the coupe utility from the Toyota BB, was only sold in Japan. So if you're not from Japan, you may say, you know what, I never saw this model. I don't know what you're showing me. It may be a bunch of poo-poo that you're showing us. But no, my friends, let me push this a little bit out because the base of this model is a little bit too big, so it's scratching against the wall, so it keeps pushing the car out of the center. And this model is a resin model, by the way. It's not a diecast, and it's made by High Story. High Story lately has come with so many gorgeous looking resin models that I'm in love with them. They are gorgeous, they are well made, very attractive, and I really like them. I really like them, and I get to see models that I didn't know they existed until they pull them out as a resin, or even other models as other brands as a diecast. Like I never knew this Toyota BB existed until now. Now, the Toyota BB had two generations. Had the first generation, which it was done between 2000 and 2005, and the second generation started from 2005 on. Now, I'm sorry, 2005 until 2016. That was the second generation. Now, the the way it looks like here, I'm trying to remember the name that I mentioned before because I told you. The way it looks here, the one with the little pickup section, I'm gonna say it like that because that's how I think it rephrases, but they call them differently. I'm trying to remember the name now, and I blanked off for a moment, but I'm trying to remember. Like what I was gonna say, it's since they only made them in Japan, I guess was a Japan only option, which I'm a little surprised why they didn't bring it to other parts of the world. I think in many countries that have a lot of like, hipsters, this car is really cool for like young kids or young college kids or younger folks. It looks very modern but strange at the same time. And when you're young and furious, you want to get a car that looks different and chic and modern. And this car I would have said would have looked perfect. It would have looked perfect. It's the type of car that a lot of youngsters, especially youngsters, I will say, would buy. I personally like it. Um, it's a modern looking car, different. I'm not used to it because it's a small car, by the way. If you ever seen a Toyota BB or Cyan BB, it's a small car. It's a small station wagon type. If you're familiar with the Kia Soul, it's very similar in size, like a Kia Soul. And so, seen as a little pickup, it looks kind of weird. Now, going to the engines, if you're familiar with this model as the regular little station wagon, these cars have small engines. They have a 1.3 and a 1.5 4 cylinder. And they only made these cars as automatic. And I have mentioned this in other videos before about Japanese small cars. I have noticed many of them are sold as automatics, especially in Japan. Mostly in Japan, because when you hit other parts of the world, this model is more into like Europe example, they love more of the standard shift. In USA, like North America altogether, they are more obviously more into automatics. But cute car. I'm gonna let it go around a few times so you can have a nice look at it, and I'll be right back. Alright guys. So what do you think about this model? Will you have will you have wanted to drive one of these? Like going to like the beach and have that this car reminds me a lot of that. Going to like the beach for the surfers, put their little surfboards in the back of the pickup section. It looks like a very like a summerish type of car. Like you want to drive in the coastal area, or go to the beach, bring your surfing equipment. That's the type of car this car reminds me. I don't know why it brings me a lot of that. But let me know in the comments. Will you wanted to see this car more in your country? Do you find them cool? Do you find them a bit overboard? Like doesn't really work as a passenger car, but doesn't really work as a pickup either. So it's kind of like a waste of both. What do you think? Let me know your opinions. All right, guys. So don't forget the beautiful thumbs up that I always mention. I truly appreciate everyone that's been doing it. Thank you for your support. It shows me that you're enjoying these videos as much as I'm enjoying making them. Do not forget to click and subscribe. I have tons of more diecast and resin models to bring to you. I only try to put one by day because I don't want to overflow, you know, overflow like when I mean overflow, like maybe I'll start putting two a day in the near future. Is that it's something I don't have time to make so many speak, so I want to make sure I do it properly. I don't want to just do, I mean, as of right now, I don't give a lot of info anyway because I don't know much about them, but I want to share what I read at least with you guys and what I know. So hopefully you like that. All right, don't forget to click and subscribe and click the bell next to the subscribe button. I'll see you in the next video. Goodbye.